Good morning, everyone. For today's lesson, we will tackle about the Earth system and its branches. First, let us define what is a system. A system is a group of interacting parts that form a complex whole. A system can be either open or closed. An open system is a system in which energy and matter are able to enter and leave. For example, is the atmosphere, due to its interaction with the solar winds, the electromagnetic radiation, and the magnetic storms. And the closed system is one in which energy can move in and out freely but not matter. An example of a closed system is the Earth, because only energy can enter, like the energy that we get from the sun, but matter cannot. Example of a matter is rocks, and we did not see rocks enter and leave into the Earth. As we talk about the Earth, let us answer the question, how can we classify the Earth? The Earth has four subsystems. Number one is the geosphere, which is the solid part of the Earth. Number two is the atmosphere, which is the gaseous envelope around the Earth. Number three is the hydrosphere, which is the water portion of the Earth. And number four is the biosphere, which consists of all living things on Earth. So to give you the full understanding about the four subsystems of the Earth, my groupmates will elaborate each of them as well as give examples such as how did they interact with each other.
Geosphere. The geosphere is the inner layer of the Earth extending from its surface to the inner core of the planet. This layer is made of solid rock and habitable ground. The thickness of the geosphere is approximately 6,730 kilometers. The geosphere is made up of the rocks, minerals, magma, sands. The closer we get to the inner core, temperature, density, and pressure progressively increase. The geosphere is made up of the three concentric layers: the crust, the mantle, and the core. The crust is the thinnest outermost layer of the geosphere. The thickness of the crust varies from the 5 to 30 kilometers depending on where you are on the Earth. The crust is made up of continents and the bottoms of the oceans. The geosphere is broken up into several tectonic plates. These make up of the crust and also the mantle, and they are found in a layer called the lithosphere. Tectonic plates are constantly moving, molding the crust. Their movements causes earthquakes. The second layer of the geosphere is called the mantle. It is 82 of the Earth's volume of 900 kilometers thick. The temperature of the mantle is really high, ranging from 700 to 1,300 degrees Celsius. That's why it's made up of molten rocks called magma. Sometimes magma finds its way up to the surface and flows up through the void between the tectonic plates. This is when volcanoes erupt. The core is the innermost layer of the Earth, and it is 3,500 kilometers thick. The inner part of the core is made up of solid iron, where the outer part is made up of liquid iron and nickel. The temperature in the core is ultra high, ranging from 4,400 to 600 degrees Celsius. The wide range of temperature and pressure conditions in the outer core cause the molten metal to move. This results in the formation of electric currents that produce magnetic fields. Did you know that thanks to these magnetic fields, we are able to use instruments like the compass?
The topic is about atmosphere. The main components of Earth and interdependent physical system is atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere is the layer of the gases which protects the Earth from the radiation and cosmic rays coming from the outer space. This atmosphere acts as a blanket because it keeps the average temperature of the Earth nearly constant. For example, the clouds you see in the sky, the winds that is moving the trees, or the flag in your schoolyard or even the sunrise you feel in your face, that is all the result of Earth's atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere can be divided into 5 main layers. These layers are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Let's talk about troposphere first. So what is troposphere? Tropos means change. This layer gets its own name from the weather that is constantly changing and mixing up the gases in this part of our atmosphere. This layer is the closest to the Earth's surface. On average, the troposphere extends from the ground to about 12 kilometers or 7.5 miles high. Our second layer is stratosphere. So what is strat means layer. This layer of our atmosphere has its own set of layers. The stratosphere layer extends from the tropopause to about 50 kilometers or 32 miles above the Earth's surface. So our third layer is mesosphere. Meso means middle. This layer is located above the stratosphere and below the thermosphere. It is the third layer in our atmosphere, which is 35 kilometers or 32 miles thick. The transition boundary which separates the mesosphere from the stratosphere is called the stratopause. Our fourth layer is thermosphere. So what is thermosphere? Thermo means heat. This layer has extremely high temperatures and located above the mesosphere and below the exosphere. The thermosphere extends from the mesopause to 700 kilometers or 345 miles above the surface of the Earth. Our last layer is exosphere. So what is exosphere? Exo means outside. The exosphere represents the outermost layer of Earth's atmosphere. It extends from the top of the thermosphere to 10,000 kilometers or 6,214 miles above Earth's surface.
Interactions. The atmosphere provides the geosphere with heat and energy needed for rock breakdown and erosion. The geosphere in turn reflects the sun's energy back into the atmosphere. The biosphere receives gases, heat, and sunlight from the atmosphere. It receives water from the hydrosphere and a living medium from the geosphere. The next slide is talk about atmosphere.
Hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is the total amount of water on the planet. The hydrosphere includes water that is on the surface of the planet, underground, and in the air. The planet's hydrosphere can be liquid, vapor, or ice. The hydrosphere includes water storage areas such as oceans, seas, lakes, ponds, rivers, and streams. All spheres interact with each other. For example, rain falls from cloud in the atmosphere to the lithosphere and form streams and rivers that provide drinking water for the wild animals or wildlife, humans, as well as for the plant to grow.
My topic is biosphere. From the Greek word and its combination of bio means life and spira means sphere. Biosphere includes all living things on planet Earth, from the darkest depth of the ocean to the sky above the tallest. Mountains, plants, animals, humans, and even tiny bacteria and viruses are all part of the biosphere. The earliest life form is about 3.5 to 3.7 billion years ago, and these are called microorganisms or the microbes. One type of microorganism is called prokaryotes. Prokaryotes survive without oxygen, and now we call them aerobic microorganisms. In the biosphere, there are different ecological communities, or what we call biomes. Some examples are tropical rainforest, tundra, and desert. You can find some living things in desert, but you cannot find them in tundra. So, what are the three importance of the biosphere on Earth? First is to promote the life on Earth. Second is the production of organic matter, or the oxygen. And the third one is
So this
regulate
is the
climate.
interaction between each sphere. So in what do the hydrosphere and atmosphere connect? Evaporation from the hydrosphere provides the medium for clouds and rain formation in the atmosphere, bring back rainwater to the hydrosphere. Then, in what do the geosphere and hydrosphere connect? So, water provides the moisture and medium from weathering and erosion of rock in the geosphere. And the geosphere, in form, provides the platform for the melts and water bodies to the back in the ocean. Atmosphere provides geosphere in the heat and energy needed from the breakdown and erosion. And geosphere, in return, reflects the sun's energy into the atmosphere. Then biosphere receives gases, heat, and sunlight or energy from the atmosphere. It receives water from the hydrosphere and a living medium from the geosphere. That's all about biosphere, and thank you.